Why is it that the men who don't try seem to captivate women the most? It's not because they're ignoring her, it's because they know the power of restraint. You see, women often want connection, but more than that, they crave certainty. And here's the harsh truth. The moment you try too hard, you create insecurity, you force the outcome. But when you don't try at all, that's when she starts to spiral, wondering what you're thinking, why you're not reacting. That uncertainty? That's her addiction. Let's dive into what makes a woman addicted to a man who doesn't chase. 1. The power of stillness. Why you don't have to chase her. She watches you, not because she's intrigued by what you do, but because she's caught off guard by what you don't do. Most men lean in, play the game, try to impress her, but you don't. You remain calm, grounded, detached. It's not that you're uninterested, it's that you let her wander. You're not playing into the chaos of her tests, you simply stay still. That absence of pressure, of expectation, begins to unravel her. She's used to being pursued. But when you don't chase, you force her to chase the one thing she can't control you. That's where the addiction begins. 2. Subtle games she tests. You don't respond. You've probably seen it before, the playful jabs, the little tests she throws your way. Women test men all the time, whether they realize it or not. It's not that she wants to win. She wants to see how far she can push you before you break. But here's the kicker. You don't fold. You don't try to win her over. You don't chase her approval. The more she tries to test you, the more you become an enigma, a puzzle she can't crack. And that's the energy that starts to drive her crazy. Why aren't you playing by her rules?
3. The quiet power. Your silence speaks volumes when she's used to drama, to loudness, to constant back and forth energy. Your silence is a shock to her system. When she expects a reaction, you don't give one. You don't need to engage in her emotional roller coaster. You're not detached, you're just confident in who you are. This stillness isn't coldness, it's strength, it's control, and that control, it seduces her. Because the moment you stop chasing and let her try to figure you out, you take away the power she's used to having. Now, you're the one in control without saying a word. 4. Detachment. Her true desire. She tells you she wants connection. But watch how her body reacts when you detach from the situation. She's drawn to your calm. The more you don't react to her subtle games or mood swings, the more she becomes intrigued by your emotional restraint. It's a paradox she can't solve. She wants connection, but your detachment pulls her in deeper. She'll flirt, she'll test, she'll create distance just to see how you'll respond, but you stay still. That quiet, confident strength she feels is what makes her come back for more, and that's the part that drives her obsession. 5. The need to be claimed, not chosen. There's a major difference between being chosen and being claimed. When you try to win her over, she feels chosen, but there's no real power in that. But when you stand firm and refuse to bend, when you withhold validation and emotional compliance, you become the one she wants to be claimed by. It's not about you chasing her, it's about her realizing she can't own you, she can't predict you, and that tension is intoxicating. Every time you stay calm, unreactive, and centered, you create a space she can't fill, and that's exactly where she begins to lose control. 6. Why she gets addicted to uncertainty. Here's the truth. Women don't get addicted to the chase, they get addicted to uncertainty. It's the unpredictability of your behavior that gets under her skin. When she knows you're not going to fold, when she throws emotional fire at you, it builds something she can't resist. She can't wrap her mind around you. She can't predict what you'll do next. That uncertainty becomes a drug. She craves the feeling of being unsettled, unsure, because it's the only time she feels something deep inside. It's no longer about winning or losing, it's about the feeling of being truly seen.
7. Why? She can't resist a man who doesn't play her game. You're not the man who entertains her games. You don't get pulled into petty drama or emotional manipulation. You see right through it, and you choose to stay calm and centered. She's not used to this. She's used to the dance, the flirting, the back and forth, the drama that makes her feel alive. But when she meets a man who doesn't react, who doesn't get involved, she's hooked. It's not that you're not playing, you're just playing by your own rules. And those rules, they make her question everything. They make her wonder if she's the one being played. 8. Your stillness creates her chaos. When she's used to high emotional energy, your stillness becomes a mirror to her chaos. The more she tries to push, pull, and control the situation, the more you stay exactly where you are, unchanging. This makes her feel unstable. It's a subtle power struggle, but she doesn't even realize it until it's too late. She throws her fire at you, but it doesn't burn you. Instead, it makes her want to try harder, to provoke more. Because every time she does and you don't react, you get deeper under her skin. Can't resist it. That's when she spirals, and the addiction begins. 9. The silent tests that fuel her obsession. It's not that she's playing games. It's that she's constantly testing you, without even realizing it. Every little test is a question she asks. With her silence, her unpredictability, and her mood swings, she wants to see if you'll fold. She wants to see if you'll react. She wants to see if she can control you, but she never will. And that's the secret to her obsession. She's testing, but you're not responding. You've already passed her test by simply staying grounded, and that's what fuels her obsession. The more she tests, the more you pass, by doing absolutely nothing.
10. The impact of emotional restraint. You didn't chase her. You didn't try to fix her mood or prove you were the one. You didn't need her, and that's why she's so drawn to you. You didn't fight for her attention. You didn't seek her validation. You didn't react to her chaos, you simply existed in front of her. And that calmness, that emotional restraint, has a powerful effect. She'll never admit it, but it's the silence, the space you gave her, that makes her want you more. The man who doesn't try becomes the one who she can't stop thinking about. That's the real secret to attraction, and it's what keeps her coming back. Now that you know the secret behind why women crave the man who doesn't try, are you ready to stop chasing and start living with emotional power? Drop a comment below and let me know if you've ever experienced this silent attraction. Hit like if this resonated with you, and subscribe for more psychological insights into attraction, desire, and relationships. Until next time, stay grounded, stay confident, and let her chase the clarity you bring.